Stay up to date with all that's happening with the new national party, NNP. Send us a message via text or WhatsApp on 405-8683 with your name, email, and constituency. Stay in the know with NNP. Get updated.
Are you ready?
South St. George, it's your turn as the new National Party rolls out its candidate this Sunday, January 14th at the Montrouge playing field. We are presenting as your next MP, Nicholas Steele. Come and hear Nikki's vision for the South, as well as special presentations by community activists, plus addresses from Peter David, MP Alexandra Otway-Noel, and our political leader, Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell. It's Sunday, January 14th at the Montrouge playing field from 5 p.m. The people say, NNP, better for the South, better for Grenada.
Tell them we vote in NNP election day. Go there and call somebody.
It's not really complicated. Elections are about choice. Between 2008 and 2013, 1,265 youth engaged with the GIAP. Between 2014 and 2017, 3,725 youth engaged with the Amani program, with a spend of over $190 million. So let's keep moving. Vote NNP. Vote competence. It's not really complicated. Elections are about choice. Between 2008 and 2013, $70 million was spent on scholarships for youth. Between 2014 and 2017, $185 million was spent on scholarships for youth. Vote NNP. Vote competence.
Building a stronger economy means all Grenadian workers benefit, those who work in the public service and those who work elsewhere. Now that the period of shared sacrifices is over, the benefits must be shared among every Grenadian. More money for house repair, more money to improve healthcare, more money for training, more money for education, and yes, more money for public servants. $55 million in various payments. We are the Grenadian family looking out for each other. And even as we fight for ourselves and our families, we always remember our neighbors. We forge ahead together.
We got to come together. Learn to love your brother. Love your brother.
Kendra Matthew and Stuart. Yo, yo. Boom. Put the X by the O's. Dang. When Kendra touch down, and the Sheldon. Look, Kendra just touch down, and Tevin event out. When Kendra touch down, and the Sheldon. When Kendra touch down with experience, he won't play stone up. Kendra is a caring person, she heading for victory. Always learning out, she support that going down in history. Very friendly and outgoing, enhancing quality. Very fit and competent, serving all of the citizens. I never see blood, so Kendra make it 15 now. Caring for the citizens, that is how the thing go. Strong and confident, proper strategy and good investment. Young, vibrant and positive, Kendra, all the goals you must achieve. One by one just fall in line. Come, let's live a happy life. Nobody don't have to fight, cause we come here to unite. No for them knows only talk, but Kendra know they in that. All of them getting shaky. Kendra, you moving forward. When Kendra touch down, and the Sheldon. Look, Kendra just touch down, and Tevin event out. When Kendra touch down, and the Sheldon. When Kendra touch down with experience, he won't play stone up. Kendra is a caring person, she heading for victory. Always learning out, she support that going down in history. Very friendly and outgoing, enhancing quality. Very fit and competent, serving all of the citizens.
It's not really complicated. Elections are about choice. Between 2008 and 2013, 1,265 youth engaged with the GIAP. Between 2014 and 2017, 3,725 youth engaged with the Amani program, with a spend of over $190 million. So let's keep moving. Vote NNP. Vote competence.
Stay up to date with all that's happening with the new National Party, NNP. Send us a message via text or WhatsApp on 405-8683 with your name, email, and constituency. Stay in the know with NNP. Get updated.
This one dedicated to all Grenadians. Yeah, man. Wave your hands. Hey, hey.
And a good morning to Grenada, Carriacou, Martinique, the rest of the Eastern Caribbean. Once again, it is time for Hard Talk. We say a special Grenadian good morning to each and every one of you. My name's Sheldon Scott.
I'm Devon Romain.
And it is Hard Talk. Yes, we make it in.
Yes, we make it.
Yeah, we made it in. Yeah, we know some audio when you saw that meeting yesterday. You're wondering, boy, them two go make it in today. Yeah, we made it in.
We made it in. And safe.
Yeah.
And we
Quite
hope
safe, actually. Yeah.
everyone did the same last night after a long night. Good morning, Grenada.
Yeah, boy. Good morning, Grenada.
Yeah, morning.
Yes. And,
morning, neighbor.
especially to the people of St. Patrick West,
St. Patrick
who came
West.
out in their numbers yesterday. Yeah.
In their numbers.
Yeah, but St. Patrick people in general. You had people came over from the east. You had the St. Patrick West. You had the Western Zone,
The support
St.
was
John
there.
and St. Mark and everything. Yeah, so it was
showing
absolutely wonderful,
Wow.
man.
Electrifying.
Yeah. And then you had Luniswaka in
You understand?
So you had them too.
And then I see a man in a green and white suit.
Specky.
And he get, hey, Specky!
Yeah, and we continue. Tired, but we continue.
yes,
On
yes.
Sunday, all roads are leading to Mont Rouge. Yeah, so that's going to be the endorsement of the Honorable Nicholas Steele as the constituency candidate on behalf of the new National Party for South St. George.
Yep.
Yeah, so that's going to be taking place on Sunday. The internal part, as usual, is already done. This is just the public endorsement.
Public endorsement.
Yeah.
Where you have persons who not normally within the core of the organization would come out and say, yes, I endorse this gentleman to be the next parliamentary representative for the South of St. George's.
Yeah.
And we will see them coming out in their numbers. Definitely, and that's good. So far, so good.
Mm-hmm.
It's been getting better and better and better, and Doc said it all.
Yeah.
But we'll hear some more of Doc last night. A little
Yes,
later
we
on in the
will be
program,
playing the
hopefully.
address delivered by the Prime Minister at 10:30. It's now 6 minutes after the hour 10 o'clock. We'll be playing that at 10:30 for you. All right. Hey, let's say a special good morning to Cammy. Cammy was the early.
Camille Teresa Scott.
With the white pants, boy, the white pants. Hey, Cammy!
Camille played that.
Straight off, girl, and
Yes,
the hair in the nice little thing and the twist up and thing. Don't get tied up,
Camille dress.
Yeah, man.
She dressed to the occasion.
She come out early. Yeah, man. Cammy come and Cammy block she space early. Yeah,
Hey,
man. And nearly say Cammy walking at Wagiti,
You understand? Yeah, come and set up and everything and put she position there. And I watched that going like Van could move, eh? You have to stay right there. Yeah, boy.
I said she walking with Wagiti, boy. She was early.
Good morning to everyone, who we met, greet each other. And so those of you who I just got to know for the first time and everything like that, hey, good morning to you, and I hope you have a wonderful day. And good morning to all those on the live. Yeah. Leslie, good morning to you, my brother. Yeah, they were coming down like rain in Sotes.
Yeah.
Right? Every one of you, good morning, wherever you are, in space and all, because we know we have listeners up there.
And let me just apologize to all of you that attempted to reach me via WhatsApp and so during the rally. Well, if you want to call it it's not really a rally. We haven't started rallies yet. That was just the endorsement. The rallies are a different level. We ain't going in them location there for the rally.
A constituency meeting.
Nice, We will surely will be going for rallies. When the rallies start. We sure where's a rally. But for those of you trying to reach me, usually it's a very bad idea to try to reach me during one of these activities. Anytime from at least 4 hours before until after, you generally will apologize, but I saw loads of messages from people who were trying to get the live link. The live link doesn't change. It's the same every single meeting. It's the same radio stations, the same from now on channel 1000 as well, and it's also the same links online, so it doesn't really change. So you could follow it like that. You understand? Nice. Wherever you see it before, that's where you could get it again. Nice? Good. And I'll go always share it and that kind of thing too. So before you have to inbox me, check my page first. Because some people inbox you and it's shared on the page. So bad idea. Once you see it's a day that we're having one of these activities, bad idea. All right? Nice, Popo? Good. Nice.
It's a beautiful morning in the Spice Country.
Let me drink some water. Hey, go ahead, man.
Grenada, as usual. I mean, we are the best. Wherever you want, from politics to friendliness to everything.
Shaggy said we had to read something. Read it there for them people. Yeah, you're supposed to have the message there.
The nomination of
Shaggy said read it.
Of Grenada.
Shaggy's my partner. Shaggy said no thing I doing it.
Let me see if I can find it.
And plus we want to win too.
Definitely.
We don't go anything to lose.
And we encouraging people to vote.
Yeah, we ain't going into thing to lose.
Because right now is a voting season, eh? Make no mistake about that.
Yes, indeed it is.
We are voting all over the place. Let me see if I can... Oh, yes, there it goes.
Yeah, man, go ahead.
Yes. Oh, no.
You ain't find it?
No, I ain't find it yet.
You ain't find it yet? The man ain't find it yet, you know. But anyway, let me see who is on the live this morning, who I need to say a special good morning to. I'm sure I see Reverend name showing up there just now. Yeah. All right, Cynthia, Irvin, Ina, Lenroy, Leslie, Stephen, the other Stephen, right? Mr. Thomas, Mrs. Thomas, Carol, Renwick. Yes, there's another Stephen again. This one is a sharp one. Vilma, Trevor. Yeah, I'm seeing all of you on the live this morning. Hope that you all are having a wonderful morning this morning. As we said, at 10:30. We will be rebroadcasting the address, the audio address by Prime Minister Dr. Honorable Keith Mitchell. I'm not too sure if we'll have the video up, I doubt. But we'll have the audio version of it up so that you can hear. Don't let people tell you that is what the man say. Hear it for yourself.
I would really like for you to have the audio up to see the doc go down. Go down.
Me, I want to go and think
you know, remember going up and thinking that thing they call go down tilo.
Yeah.
Doc, I know how they go. But anyhow, we're talking a little bit of tourism.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Grenada has been nominated for best, for a number of awards, right? And so within the whole tourism thing, one of them, and they are for the best beach. Grenada has been nominated for Best Beach, Grand Anse, Best Caribbean Dive Site, Bianca Site, right? The Best Caribbean Rum Distillery, River and Twine Distillery, and Westall Estate. The Best Caribbean Hotels, Mount Cinnamon Beach Resort and Spice Island Beach Resort. Right? So in these categories, Grenada has been nominated, right, for that award.
Okay.
No, we need to go there and vote.
What's the website?
Right, it's www.10best.com awards-travel.
All right.
Right, vote now, and you have until the 5th of February to vote.
And for those of you online already, we will throw the link up in our timing. We will throw the link in the chat so that you will get a link and you could handle the scene.
Exactly.
You understand? Yeah, you had to vote for the thing.
Grenada to the world.
Yeah.
You see, we continue to be nominated for all sorts of things. And tourism is just another example.
Mm-hmm.
The best beach, the best hotel, best rum distillery, things that persons on the outside, right, want to come and be a part of. I mean, you talk about beaches. Where in the world that have beaches like Grenada? You understand? Even, I mean, So we have to be proud of what we have. We have to let the world know, right, what we have and share it,
Yeah.
Don't just criticize like some people.
Share the love.
Just share the love.
Hey, I saw a release from the Government Information Service. I think it's important for me to read that one for everyone. It says Grenada is to be removed from the EU blacklist. And it says, Prime Minister Dr. Right Honorable Keith Mitchell says Grenada is expected to be removed from the European Union blacklist by the end of January. The decision to remove Grenada, one of 17 countries blacklisted by the EU, is expected to follow a meeting of the Financial and Economic Unit of OECD set for the 23rd of January. On 5th December 2017, the Council approved and published conclusions containing an EU list of non-cooperative jurisdictions in taxation matters. It is said that Grenada did not sign or ratify the OECD Multilateral Convention on Mutual Administrative Assistance as amended and did not clearly commit to addressing these issues by 31st December 2018. However, Prime Minister Mitchell says in any serious and objective situation, Grenada ought not to have been placed on the list initially, since the country has met all the conditions required. On January 23rd, the Financial and Economic Unit of the OECD will be meeting after the response from Grenada, and of course, we pointed out the mistakes that were made, Prime Minister said. Grenada is expected to be removed before the end of January from the blacklist. So I think we would have gone through that process successfully. The Ministry of Finance has issued a statement saying Grenada made high-level commitments, complete with timelines to the EU Code of Conduct Group by way of letters on the 17th and 28th of November 2017. Grenada's commitments were in response to concerns raised by the OECD group regarding meeting all the criteria set up by EU Council for Transparency and Fairness in Taxation, as well as on track to doing so. Prime Minister Mitchell said it was accepted that the decision was unfair. But the specific case of Grenada, we had asked for some communication sent to us so that we would move and deal with what we were supposed to do, Dr. Mitchell said. And they took a very long time to send it, so since the blacklist came on, they have sent the information and we then replied, and like I said before, the end of the month from indication in correspondence received last week. We expect to be released from the blacklist.
Wonderful.
Yeah. So Grenada is expected to be removed from the EU blacklist. Yeah, so in the same token that some people are speaking about us being placed on the list, even though it was an error not on behalf of Grenada, but more on behalf of the EU itself, I hope that they would praise the fact that we are coming off the list.
Of course. I hope so. I really would like to. Because see, it's all about flexibility. If persons, and I'm glad that GIS, right, together with the Ministry of Finance, has released something like that. That gives persons out there much more clarity, right, as to where we are concerning that. See, and don't be worried and so about the statements made by other persons about Grenada is, what, and we can't get loan and all these sort of things.
Absolute nonsense.
Absolute nonsense and garbage.
Absolute
you understand?
nonsense.
And so that, and again, that is what we're here for, to ensure that our people, right, knows the right, truthful information that has been disseminated. And so,
yeah,
because they are trying to stop the progress. They are trying to stop that train from moving on, but they can't.
Let's keep moving. We country strong and we moving on.
We moving on.
We country strong and we moving on.
Right? Yeah. Just keep that in our thoughts. The country is strong and we moving on.
Yeah. Yesterday we spoke about healthcare, and so during this week, it was one of the issues that we mentioned. I realized that certain people didn't like the fact that we talk about healthcare.
We talk about healthcare.
Yeah,
and
so
they
tried to twist that thing this morning. Yeah. I hear one call about what they were living outside of Grenada for so long. Well, apparently they didn't know about cat and cockroach jumping on people in the old hospital that used to be up there.
They didn't know that.
The colonial hospital that used to be there. Yeah.
I remember it vividly.
That colonial hospital that used to be there, you're walking through you're going to visit somebody in a ward and a cat just jump out in front. You're like, yo, where you going?
Yeah.
Them cat and them was brave, Some big lash cat that used to have up in the hospital.
Especially right where that new building is there right now.
Yeah.
Behind there, that was the haven.
That was the headquarters.
Yeah, looking over the fort.
Yeah, man.
They hide through the rocks and everything. They come out in the night. And after a time, too, they start coming out in the day.
Yeah, that's how you're passing. You're going on a ward and a cat just jumping across.
And how,
thief in the patient's food. All kind of thing.
How can you in good conscience?
And that's what we had,
Yeah.
That's what we had.
Sit there. Sit in your living room, wherever you are, knowing what we had before and what we have now. And you talk about there is no improvement, right? There is no movement of Grenada's development under NNP. Shame on you guys.
You see, a problem I think is that a lot of people are trying to judge Grenada by U.S. standards or Canadian standards or even by the UK standards. And so you cannot judge a country that has only been independent this year for 44 years, making 45 next year, the big 45 next year, 44 years this year that Grenada has been independent. And you want to judge Grenada, you want to judge its health system, you want to judge its economy, you want to judge the mentality of the people in relation to patriotism. You want to judge this country in the same line as the United States, which is a country over 200 years old, or the UK, Britain itself, United Kingdom, or Britain or England, whichever specific one you want to put it, or if you want to say, even if you want to say Scotland, that has been around for hundreds of years, or even if you want to measure us by the Chinese thing, Chinese culture has been around for thousands of years. If you want to speak about a great leap forward, and that period of time during the 1960s and coming up to the 70s and so when there was a changeover in the economic system in China, or Singapore, which has been able to develop within a short space of time by using a particular model. You cannot judge Grenada with its scarce resources in the same context as those other countries. You cannot. You cannot judge our health system by U.S. standards, where they have U.S. universities that are doing cutting-edge technology studies in relation to things like cancer and so on, where people can enter a program and maybe receive some cutting-edge technology, or where they have their system, the way that they have their system set up where you have to have your health insurance and all of that. And still, because people give the impression that these things only happen in Grenada, let's be fair and let's be honest. And if we want to be fair and we want to be honest, we'll understand that women die in childbirth in every single country on earth. Every single country. One for us here in Grenada is one too much. And condolences to the families who have lost loved ones. But these things happen in every country on earth. The way some people speak, you would think that is something that's specific to Grenada, and this kind of thing only happens in Grenada, and that's a Grenada thing. And that is, I don't know if the Prime Minister or the Minister of Health does be in the delivery room. I don't know that they deal with the prenatal care that some women have not taken note of and made sure that they do their various tests and they go back to the doctor every now and again, and that they do the ultrasound and they take whatever supplements they have to take and all these sort of things. I don't know that that was Dr. Mitchell doing, or that is the Minister of Health doing, or that is the nurse at the... By the time some of them get there to deliver their child, you're going to blame the nurse at the hospital, or you're going to blame the doctor, you're going to blame the hospital itself, when sometimes this person, and I'm not saying this is the situation with the recent one, don't try and twist what we're saying here, but there are situations that the first time some of them see a medical professional is when they're ready to deliver the child. They're not even going to the clinic as they should be going.
And that's true.
The first time that some of them are seeing a medical person is when they get to the hospital in labor pains. Who are you going to blame for that?
And then,
it's like some people just want to they want to revel in death. So as soon as somebody dies, they change it into a political issue. They wouldn't even say condolences to the family. They wouldn't even say how sad the situation is. They try to turn it into a political thing. That is all you vote for. I mean, come on, man. Somebody has died. How disgusting can you be? Please.
And watch. the thing again, and we not pointing no fingers. For example, in pregnancy, there are women who, when they get pregnant even for the first time, because they do not or they have not been doing medical checks regularly, and so they may be suffering from a particular condition, right? And so, which they may not know of. And even getting pregnant or carrying a baby for 9 months will adversely affect that condition. And things like that happen. So that's why it's so important, right? There are a number of things that we do, and we're talking pregnancy here, and so females must pay attention, right, to the health from the very beginning.
The males must pay attention too, you know.
Yeah.
Bring them.
But no, we're talking
They're
pregnancy.
pregnant?
Yeah,
No, what I mean, the males must pay attention
Yes,
too.
be
The
part
lady
of that
pregnant,
whole thing. Yes.
bring her. Make sure she go to the
Definitely.
health center.
Yes.
Make sure that she has her checks and so on done every month, every
Put
how much
the
weeks.
appointments on your
Bring
phone.
her. Personally
Yes.
bring her.
Make sure
Make sure
she
it's
go.
done. You have a responsibility too. It's not just her responsibility, it's your responsibility
Because
too.
it's both of your child that you're carrying. But some of us men, we so irresponsible, and so when women get pregnant for us, and so a lot of us, yeah, we do it, and I'm not afraid to say it. And so a lot of us neglect our responsibility as men when it comes to women and their pregnancy.
Yeah.
Right? We do it, and it's not good. We have to do better.
Then you hear some people saying, oh, we went to the hospital and we didn't get medication. Let me explain something to you again. When you go to the general hospital in Grenada, the basic medications are what you would receive. You would get the basic medications, and so at the hospital, there may be some form of specialist medication that you need to receive for a condition that you have that you would have to purchase.
Of course.
Yeah? Because there would not be sufficient stocks of that within the government service, or they may not even have purchased that. Then you may have to purchase that outside of the system. Yeah?
But that is,
and there are various mechanisms to assist people who can't afford it anyway.
But that goes around all around. What? Sheldon, one time I visited it's Kings County Hospital in New York, Brooklyn, and so. And I got a blue in my face and so. Right?
Somebody beat you up, boy.
No.
Yeah, licks, boy.
You understand? And I was bleeding from my nose and everything like that.
Yeah, that's a cough, boy.
And I went more like a bottle.
What? She hit your bottle, boy? That's your bottle she hit you?
Not she.
No. Okay. He hit you, but anyway, back to Kings County.
Yeah.
And you're bleeding, right?
And bleeding and so. And I stayed there, sitting on a chair, right, with a cloth on my nose about after 10 in the night, until about 2 in the morning before I was even attended to.
Yeah, and in certain hospitals, they ain't watching you if you do have your health insurance.
I mean, everything was in order. You understand? And I had to sit there and wait for a number of hours to get attended. I mean, so these things happen all where you go when it comes to the health system. For whatever reason, there are a lot of delays. And so...
Listen, two steps to our south.
Yes.
The south of us in Trinidad.
In Trinidad, right there.
There was a situation earlier last year where an elderly gentleman was placed outside of the hospital. He died on the sidewalk. They put him out the hospital, and the man died right outside the hospital on the sidewalk.
For what reason?
That's the thing. They put him out. They say they don't have space and so, and they put him out there in Trinidad with all their billions of dollars in oil reserves and all this sort of thing.
And much
you have
better
that
health
sort of
service,
situation happening in Trinidad. You have mothers who die in childbirth in Trinidad. You have mothers who die in childbirth in Barbados.
Yes.
It is, and let's just get it clear, for us, it is unacceptable because we would prefer none. We would prefer it does not happen. We would prefer that does not take place at all. But in the great United States, it happens. In Canada, it happens.
Yeah.
In the UK, it happens. In Cuba, which is considered like, when you're talking
one of the best
medicine,
in the world, yeah.
the best healthcare systems on the planet, it's considered to have that in Cuba. It happens.
It happens.
It even happens to members of the royal families in the Middle East, much less. So it happens. It is unfortunate. We would prefer it does not happen at all, but it is not a uniquely Grenadian situation. And Neil just sent an inbox message to me. He says, Sheldon, tell Devon waiting at Kings County for hours is normal thing.
You understand? So I'm not telling you. Yeah. Hours.
And then
and for minor things.
And then people always, they rush to blame the healthcare professionals, so they rush to blame the nurses. Oh, the nurses don't know what they're doing.
Exactly.
Or the doctors don't know what they're doing, and so. Well, here's what. I remember several years ago when the new National Party was trying to put in place, there was a bill that was brought before Parliament to deal with malpractice. Yeah, so that in case a nurse or a doctor did something wrong and caused injury or death to a person, or even a lawyer, it was a professional thing.
Yeah, professional.
Or lawyers.
Yeah.
If a lawyer, for instance, a lawyer is doing a land case for you, they're dealing with a piece of land for you, and all of a sudden they end up owning the land, and you end up with nothing.
Yeah.
Or they deal dishonestly with you, and they steal your money. They're supposed to do something for you, they didn't do it, or they go behind your back and thief what is supposed to be yours, as some people have claimed have happened before. That would have been dealt with through a process. There was a bill that was brought.
Yep.
I remember the same NDC and all of these people was fighting down the bill. That to be withdrawn. The Professional Services Act, if I remember the name correctly.
No support was given to that bill.
No support was given to that bill. That bill had to be withdrawn.
Because why? There is a number of them who are professionals, who provide services, right? And so the bills like that, they won't support.
But probably it's a bill, especially considering what some people are saying, that needs to go back. And I can assure you of this, though, that with every death that takes place at the General Hospital, there is a review. There is a panel that does review the situation to ensure that the proper procedures that ought to have been followed and had to have been followed were followed. And this helps because it says then that either you need to change your procedure, you need to find some way of disciplining your personnel if they did not do what they're supposed to do, or if it's not the case of the healthcare system, but on the person who has entered the healthcare system seeking treatment, that you need to do more outreach and on specific issues to get to these people before they get to the general hospital or to a clinic or to a facility or so. Nobody is saying, and again, we're making sure that you know, nobody is saying that the healthcare system in Grenada is perfect, because on planet Earth, there's no perfect healthcare system. Otherwise, other than that, everybody would have been living to 200 years old. Nobody would have been dying from cancer. Exactly. And nobody would have been dying from some basic things.
And look, Sheldon, Grenada has been moving in a direction as paying particular interest to primary health care, right? That is why the development of all the different health centers around our island, right? The first response to health from a community standpoint, right? Sometimes you do not need to go to the hospital to take care of anything. The healthcare, once it's properly organized and the primary health system takes into effect, you have the health centers and so taking care of a lot of the issues, right, of health. Then you have to rush to the general hospital and overload it, right? But we're getting there.
I'm not too sure if Mr. Technician get the audio ready for us. Mr. Technician man. Mr. Technician man. You got the audio ready for us there, man? Okay, we have a little while again. He's getting it ready for us. He's getting it ready for us to transfer it over and that kind of thing. Nice?
But it's so important that the health of a nation is the wealth of a nation. And there has been so much movements in the health system over the last 4 years. It's amazing, right? The different systems that are put every time issues come up, it's being dealt with.
But the thing is, I'm hearing some nonsense being stated like, oh, it have 3 deaths in a day and these kind of nonsense and so.
Garbage.
And then you check with it. No, when I hear this, it's really worrying to me. So I would check with the general hospital and so with sources there to try and find out. They don't know. I check with the minister. He would use his office to check and find out, well, what's taking place there.
They don't know.
This report didn't reach to me, which it ought to have. So I haven't seen that. He checks. Nothing so.
Fake news.
You say, okay, just in case somebody trying to hide something, let me check with the funeral homes. Nothing so. And you realize, well, why are these people doing that? Because they're saying these things on radio, and there are thousands of visitors to our island at the point in time who might be traveling on a bus and hearing this sort of thing taking place. They may be at a hotel or taking a taxi or wherever it is, and they are hearing these sort of discussions taking place about Grenada, and it's frightening to them.
Very much so.
It's frightening to them. Meanwhile, we have developments that are taking place that now you have a form of dialysis in conjunction with one of the pharmaceutical companies being offered through the general hospital.
Yep.
Yeah, outside of the private facility that's offering. And I'm hearing as well that there is another facility that's soon to come online to offer dialysis treatment for people who have suffered renal failure. In other words, your kidney is giving problems. That is coming along as well, right? You have the Miracle Eye program should be returning soon again. They come, they do what they have to do, and then they go and they come back again.
At least twice a year.
That again is something that we would be seeing very soon. You also have the phase 2 of the general hospital. But they're not speaking about the positives. They're not speaking about where we were to where we are now. Because we can say that between 2008 and 2013 was the absolute worst period for healthcare in Grenada.
Oh, yeah. The worst.
The worst period for healthcare in Grenada was between the period 2008 and 2013. But you know what? They'll never acknowledge that.
They wouldn't.
They'll never acknowledge that for things for surgery to medication, even for people with mental disorders. So you could have had people that flipped off and did some really out of the way thing because they were not receiving the proper drugs to keep their psychosis in check. Yeah, Tawan does be talking all over the place right now. I think he ain't taking any medication. But anyhow.
Need to.
Yeah.
And I think the Ministry of Health should, they have the list. They must keep a check on persons.
And make sure everybody's taking the medication.
Yeah, who refuse to take the medication.
We'll go leave that one day.
We'll leave that one day for now.
I'll leave that right day. I ain't going further. Right. But it is nothing that is specific to Grenada. What is going on now? What is actually happening in Grenada? I could tell you a lot better than what's going on in St. Vincent right now.
Of course.
St. Vincent are having their challenges when it comes to healthcare right now. Yeah. Other islands are having their challenges. But at least with Grenada, you can see a developmental plan. You're seeing the phase 2 of the hospital, so you're knowing the accident and emergency. You know as well that you're going to deal with the issue of transportation to get persons from point A to point B, so that you have purchased the 4 ambulances. You have a 5th one that's on order again that are going to be on island and available, and that the system for dispatching the ambulances will be changed so that you have central locations that they are at. You call one number. You don't have to call this number to call, or you don't have to call the hospital to call. You don't have to call that one to call. There'll be one number that you can call and request the ambulance service.
Yep.
Yeah, which would make it a lot easier. And you would have a situation where the ambulances are used just for that purpose. Yeah.
But you know, Sheldon, they will not praise and they will not see, right, the hundreds of Grenadians that are being attended to on a daily or a yearly basis in the general hospital. Those of them who have been getting professional care by our nurses and our doctors. The thousands of lives that have been saved in Grenada.
Listen,
right?
I have some friends.
I
have various friends who are nurses and doctors, and I have the utmost respect for them. I always say it. Brother man, if there is a way to raise the salary, raise it. Because to see what a nurse has to go through sometime, to see that she has to be sometimes the amount of hours that she has to be there.
Yeah.
And they work throughout the night. And then it throws off your sleep cycle if you're working nights for a period of time.
Yeah.
And then when you do get the night off, you can't sleep.
You can't.
It
becomes normal for you to be up.
Yeah, so it throws your entire cycle off and so. And
you have psychological effects with that too.
Yeah.
I know lots of that.
And then even recently I heard one of them again speaking, one of the detractors again, speaking about the issue of the number of nurses at a particular facility during the Christmas period. Let me explain something to you, and you can ask an elder nurse, especially some of those who have worked outside of Grenada. There's a specific ratio of the number of nurses to patients. Yeah, there's a specific ratio. I can't remember what the ratio is right now. Different countries have different specific ones. I can tell you in the UK there's a specific ratio. Like, let's say, I'm just using figures here that may not be the correct figures. Let's say they would say 40 patients to 2 nurses or 3 nurses, yeah? Or 20 patients to 1 nurse or whatever it is. But they have a specific ratio of the number of nurses you need at any particular time to cover a particular ratio of patients so that each patient could receive proper monitoring and proper care. Yeah? Because if you have one nurse having to deal with too many people at the same time, they would not be able to give the level of service, care, and attention to each one that they're supposed to give, especially when it's on a unit that deals with intensive care. So as I said, it's different ratios. In the US, they have one ratio. In Canada and in the UK, they have different ratios. But you're hearing persons saying, okay, over the Christmas period I went and it didn't have any nurse inside there. It only had 2 nurses on the ward. If there were 2 nurses on the ward, how many people were there on the ward for the 2 nurses?
They're not saying that.
Yeah, because generally, you see around now, today's Friday, if you go down to the general hospital, you realize that they're signing out a lot of people. Because generally on Thursdays and Fridays, if you're assessed and it's found that you could stay home, you could go home, they will send you home. Because they're making space for the people who go and do all this shoppiness over the weekend and end up in hospital, who go and drive fast and drunk, and who go and end up in a fight, and who do all the wrong things we just do on a weekend and end up in the hospital. So they're making room for that.
Yeah.
So it's not simply just to say, okay, there were 2 nurses on that ward, but how many patients did those nurses have on the ward at that point in time? Because if it's deemed that the situation has come that they have a certain amount of patients, then they would call out another nurse. Definitely. Yeah? And it's things like this that people could explain simply, but some people just don't want
it so difficult.
Yeah. Because they want to make it look like the country's a failed state.
Exactly.
My Grenada, your Grenada, our Grenada is not a failed state. We are not a failed state. One thing we ain't doing is failing.
No. We're done. We're done with that failing. That's not part of our vocabulary. Failure never happened.
Yeah, we are not a failed state.
We will continue. Yeah, we will make mistakes along the way, but we will use those mistakes to strengthen our ability to move forward. Indeed. That is what we're all about. We move in and we keep moving.
And just to state, there's a plan that you're working with. You have the what they call that program where they're out in the communities, the nurses and so on are out in the communities and so, and working along with there's some of them, they check on the pregnant mothers in their communities, they check on the elderly within their communities. You have a lot of the people who are diabetics that are suffering from cuts and so on. And for a diabetic, it's very difficult for that to heal. So they're checking on those persons and so on. Other persons with conditions, the bedridden, the infirm, they're checking on those conditions and those persons throughout the communities. And all of that is a part of a broader program that is taking place within the Ministry of Health and so. Even for things like when it comes for checking for various diseases and so on right now, you'd realize that they now have rapid testing for HIV. You don't have to go and take a test and wait for 2 weeks and you're suffering and you're waiting for 2 weeks to find out. No.
Suspense.
Within an hour, they can tell you, not a day, within an hour, they can do that test and they can tell you it's rapid testing. They can tell you, yes, you need to start taking medication or whatever it is that they do. They can tell you that within a short space of time. Yeah. And also offering counseling and that sort of thing. Yeah, so you have all of these things that are being done within the Ministry of Health. Yet still, you have some people that are coming to say, okay, the ministry, sorry, I'll come back and I'm my goodness. Listen, anybody who thinks that being in one of the countries that ISIS targeting is better than being here in Grenada, something definitely had to be wrong with you.
Something wrong with you.
You can't walk the streets of London without wondering if somebody's going to just take a vehicle and mow you down. You can't walk the streets of the United States without wondering if the same thing is going to happen or Canada or wherever. But you're saying that Grenada so bad that you're feeling to go, well, bye-bye.
Watch it. Look at the Maribor Hospital, right? Look at where we were in St. Andrews when it comes to health, right? And look at where we are at this point in time. You understand? We have more services provided in the Maribor Hospital at this point in time than any other time, right? We have more medical practitioners giving service in Maribor Hospital than before, right? I remember a couple of years ago.
It's not perfect. I am a problem with Maribor. I am a problem with Maribor, right?
But it's better than it was before, right? And I could testify to that. Other person, look, I remember a couple of years ago, sometime every day you would hear on the radio and whatever, there is some problem in Maribor. They don't have this, they don't have that. It's still not the best and it's not perfect, but they are getting there, right? They have been moving and doing things much more. I want to say good morning to Honorable Delma Thomas, who has in our own way, right? Realizing some of the needs within and it's in our constituency. The needs of the hospital as a people's person.
But I have to say for all 4 MPs, because I'm telling you, during the last election and immediately after, one thing I made sure personally to tell each of the 4 MPs, the Honorable Roland Bola, the Honorable Yolande Bain-Hosford, the Honorable Emlyn Pear, and the Honorable Delma Thomas, was that you see that thing called the Maribor Hospital? Please, 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 please ensure that something is done to improve the services that are offered there to people. Because I had my experience with it. I had my experience with it. Yeah, it wasn't under the New National Party. It was under the last government. I had my experiences with it. Having to travel in a ambulance between Maribor and the General Hospital with your newborn and a patient inside the ambulance throwing up and so on, simply because the service that should have been available at Maribor was not available, and you had to go to town for it. And there are many, many people out of St. Andrew and St. Patrick that have had to go through the same thing. And they did keep to their promise. They've started the process. It's not perfect. It definitely is not perfect, but they've started the process of fixing it. And that's the main thing. Yeah? So, Devon, I think it's 44 minutes after the hour of 10 o'clock. It's a good time for us to take that address made by Dr. Mitchell last night. Yep. So we're going to play that right about now, and then we'll be right back with more Hard Talk.
Are you ready?
South St. George, it's your turn as the new National Party rolls out its candidate this Sunday, January 14th at the Mont Rouge playing field. We are presenting as your next MP, Nicholas Steele. Come and hear Nikki's vision for the South, as well as special presentations by community activists, plus addresses from Peter David, MP Alexandra Otway-Noel, and our political leader, Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell. It's Sunday, January 14th at the Mont Rouge playing fields from 5 p.m. The people say, NNP, better for the South, better for Grenada.
Tell them we vote in NNP election day. Call day and call somebody.
To chairman of our party and our endorsed candidate of St. John's, Brother Dario, my other colleagues of the executive of our party, and of course the ministers of government, and parliamentarians, and Sister Boucher, and of course my dear mother who is here with us, 95 and counting.
All right, folks. I think I put on the wrong presentation, so let me get it correcting. Nice.
Let
me make sure I get it correcting now. Yeah.
Mr. Chairman, political leader of the New National Party, Dr.
We'll have to take a little break and get it the correct thing for you, because I have the 2 wrong ones here. Yeah, I have to get the proper presentation for you. I'll get that for you in a short while. Yeah, go to play the thing. The wrong one we had there. Yeah, the wrong one we had, man. Let me see if I could just link that up for you. Give us one short while there. Nice.
Yes, and good evening to everyone. I know who I voted for. NNP I voted for. Tell me who you voted for. NNP we voted for. So let's keep moving. The economy growing. Let's keep moving. Construction booming. Let's keep moving. Every man is smiling. Let's keep moving. Salary receiving. Healthcare improving. Keep moving. Pension coming. Keep moving. Better condition. Keep moving. NNP the party for the land. Let's keep moving. Show me your colors. Let's keep moving. Your green colors. We came back in 2013 with a clean sweep, we win 15. And my country progressing. NNPD winning team. 3,000 jobs for Imanis. The way forward we please. Numbers of higher education. The pass for yet for your billion. We create.
Yeah, so while we're getting that for you, do just remember, get yourselves registered.
Yes.
Yeah, the country's strong and it's moving on, huh?
Moving on.
The economic
Ain't no stopping.
Yeah, it's projects from one end of the country to the other. Let's say a special good morning to our friends up there in Petit Martinique. Hope that you're having a fabulous day today. Yeah, PD, mom and dad. I note that both of you are listening. Yeah, Maxan, mother and father. I know all you're listening. Good morning to both of you. Good morning to you, Maxan. Good morning to you, Shuma. Yeah, and all of you. Yeah, Mami Jane. Good morning to all of you out there in Carriacou and Petit Martinique. Auntie, down there in Carriacou. Good morning, Uncle. All here. Nice. Everybody. Good morning. Uncle Ba, Kent. Yeah, Ira, Beverly. Know all of you are listening up there in the U.S. A special good morning to all of you, Karen, and all my other cousins, the Gemlin, all of you, good morning. Hope that you all are having a wonderful morning this morning. Hope everything is going your way, that you're having a fabulous day today. All right? Yeah. In the interim, while we organize that thing, look like we might have to take that from 11 instead.
Yeah.
Yeah. Computer man, 11 o'clock instead, we might be able to get. Yeah, we might be able to get in time for 11. Yeah, it seems as though we will get in time for 11 o'clock and thing. Nice. So we will bring it from 11 instead. You want to take some calls in the interim, Devon?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, we have that. The line is open. And,
especially if you were there last night,
yes,
or you viewed last night's activity, give us a call. 440-7377. That's 440-7377.
347.
If you are awake.
3101. If you're awake,
if
and we know a lot of you is awake. I tell you, I was surprised. I mean, people calling and boy, it was. I mean, and it was great in St. John's.
Yes. Good morning, Bruno.
It was well greater. You move up one notch, St. Patrick, and we keep
Miss
moving.
B.
You know.
Good morning, Miss B.
and that's the idea. We keep moving.
Yes,
no
indeed.
Stopping. See,
now we ain't stopping, man.
When you think this, I mean, this is it.
Now, road again.
And
yeah.
boy, but you know what, Sheldon, we still have not yet received any word from Senator Nazim Burke as to his participation in the 100 meters dash on the 27th, Saturday, 27th of January.
You go take that challenge.
I mean, I would hope that he will take it.
Take
Good morning and welcome.
All right, good morning, Devon.
Good morning, my dear.
How are you?
Not too bad.
I hear all you're calling all about. But I did not call in St. George Northeast and Mardi Gras. St. George's. This is Janice here, and I need all you to tell us good morning.
Good morning, Northeast St. George, and in particular Mardi Gras.
Exactly.
And a special good morning to Janice.
Right.
Special good morning to you, my dear.
I was in St. Patrick's.
Yes, darling.
Electrifying. Huh?
Excellent.
Yes,
it was a bomb.
Yeah, and they ain't seen nothing yet.
They ain't seen nothing yet.
No.
Yeah, that's just like, you know, the little constituency thing. We ain't ready yet.
Yes.
You know?
We ain't ready with the next part yet.
They ain't seen nothing yet.
They ain't seen nothing yet.
We gain, that's phase 1.
That's phase 1.
All right, my dear.
Thank you.
Okay, my dear. Have a wonderful weekend.
You too.
Okay.
Yes, 440-7377. Let me say a special good morning to Mr. and Mrs. Crookshank. Yeah, I saw Mrs. Crookshank there last night. I hope you're having a wonderful morning this morning, you and the husband. Hey, Martin. Yeah, Martin, you and the wife, good morning. Hope both of you are having our, you know which Martin are calling day?
Yeah, Martin in Dongley Springs.
Not Springs.
Not Springs.
We used to drive the bus for Springs.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, McDonald.
McDonald.
You're right. Martin, morning. Right.
Yeah,
hope you're having a wonderful morning this morning.
Good morning to you and your family,
Let's go to the phone line again.
Good morning and welcome.
Yeah, everyone.
Yes, sir.
Happy New Year, man.
Same to you, sir.
Yeah, how is it?
Everything is going okay.
Yeah. I just take on this child mortality. Child mortality is an ancient thing, man. You waste your time on that.
No, but I see, the fact is that there are some people that are giving the impression to the outside world that we have a situation in Grenada that is different to what is going on there, or even worse than what is going on there.
No, that's not true.
No, I know that's not true. I live here. I know it's not true. You live here. You know it's not true. But persons outside of Grenada may actually start to believe that some of this thing is true.
Well, I have a cousin when she went to America, and she used to complain about the whole, she had to go here and check up. She go one check up, she take a late. It was almost 13 hours. You can see from 7 and she get attended in 80 night. See, when she had to change back what she said. She thought it was worse here, but when she said she take 13 hours to get attendance, you know. And she pays you money.
Yep.
Something I wonder is that's called Christmas Eve. I think, yeah, that it's Sunday. I was listening to George and he play all the creepy Christmas message, but you know, he wasn't comfortable with playing it. And see about half his audience drop out because you kind of upset.
Yes,
After he
yes.
finished playing that them thing and then he started to cause everybody, all the garage and everybody say shame on all you and Green and give all your thumbs down. I said, man, drop the that day, man.
Yeah.
My friend. That
was disgusting.
Man. You shouldn't do that. If you play, you want to play, don't play. You play all the people after come back and bash everybody afterwards.
Well,
You play to a heavy heart, man, you shouldn't do that.
that's his radio station, and
You take care, man.
okay, my brother.
Devon.
That's
all right, boss.
That's his radio station. He could do what he wants on it.
You know, and I was taken aback.
Well, not
with
everything that he wants to do, because there's certain things within the law he had to, you understand. Yeah, but
after he play all the clips,
people does actually still listen to a program by him. He does still have a program.
He does still have a Sunday morning program.
Look at that.
The listeners that he have, after he done, he made that comment and said, look, everybody, mostly 80 or 90% of his viewers and his listeners drop off the comments that they make, and he starts saying shit. Come on, man. I'm somebody, a media person like inexperienced.
No, but no. Devon, let's be honest and let's be fair in relation to certain things, right? Now, according to where you are, and you make a statement, the statement will be accepted or not accepted. If you go in an NDC General Council or an NDC convention and you do a poll in an NDC convention or NDC General Council, and you do a poll of all 15 constituencies represented in that convention, asking those individuals which party do they think will be the best party to run the country, you will get all 15, 100% saying that the best party to run the country is the NDC. You will hear them saying that in that setting. If you do that in an NNP convention, you will have 100% of the people saying that, because what you're sampling only from one segment. So if it's on his program, that will tell you a lot about his program and the people that listen to his program. That it's a one-sided, one-minded group of individuals. Because I didn't even know he's still having a program. Seriously, I haven't heard about this chap for a long time. Spotted him somewhere this morning, but I haven't heard about him for a very long time. I didn't even realize he's still doing radio.
Yeah, he still does.
Yeah, I didn't even know. Because I've seen the bias in his thing. I mean, with my bias, I say, hey, yo, I'm Sheldon and I'm biased. Yeah, my name is Sheldon, I'm biased. I'm a New National Party supporter, I have my bias. Yeah, but I still provide information in a factual way.
Objectively too.
That you could go and check on your own. Yeah, I ain't trying to hide and play like an impartial but a bias to one side or the other.
How many people has disputed anything of what we say here?
They can't.
Right? Because why? The truth. We find the information and disseminate it. People are comfortable. That's why they listen. That's why they can share it. We don't take gander and spread it and make people feel uncomfortable. And so, no, we don't. That is not what we're all about. Right? We are in a position to help disseminate, to help give people more information, to help educate themselves. Right? Because Grenada is on the upsurge. It's moving. And nobody would stop us. Nobody would stop us as Grenadians. We move in.
We have a caller.
Good morning and welcome. Good morning.
Hello. Good morning. Kami. I sure that is Kami.
No, I ain't find the voice. The voice is looking.
Hello.
The voice sounding young. I ain't feel Kami voice so young.
Catch yourself.
Oh, oops, Kami, I'm sorry.
Hello.
That voice sound like a 30-something year old.
Yeah, the phone may be mistaken. They call us. You never know, you know. Yeah. 440-7377. That's the number to call and get on to the inside of this morning's program. And what? Yeah, let me hear you. And yeah, we waited.
347-329.
No silent night.
3101. I thought you was continuing.
No, you had to give it. Good morning.
Good morning, my dear.
Hey, whatever saying about it. Young come here calling them.
What do we? I'll find you out of order.
I said.
Anyhow, before I forget.
Deal with him, Kami.
Somebody leave something here for you, Devon and Sheldon.
Okay, sweetheart.
Somebody that come from abroad, they left it by me, so Y'all make sure you pass by this evening.
All right,
Okay,
darling,
sweetheart.
I will.
Okay?
All right.
And good morning. Hey,
Can we deal with him?
That voice I got something else.
Yeah.
Sorry, boy.
I'm telling you, I was just about to say, but I mean,
Well, I want to say good morning to everybody. Mr. Watts, are you missing something in Grenada?
I'm telling you,
Dingo, are you missing something down here, boy?
he and Depot and them. I don't know what they're staying up there for.
And
When
Diego.
I see people yesterday, Mr. Bowen, good morning. What? Grenadians, are you missing something out here? Make sure you book on your flight only to come down on board.
Oh,
Hey,
good.
when I see people coming down on the shot knee and Mr. Bosa, oh God, Lord.
Shantimel.
By what?
Shantimel alive.
Grenadians registered.
Kami.
All who don't register, go and register today.
You don't want to miss out.
Go and register from today.
Can we get she space
Hey,
early?
When I see people so, I mean a day in the week,
Thursday.
Thursday, working day,
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
and people come out. People come out. Yes, Lord Jesus. And then we pray for all young people go and register.
And vote.
Register to come out and vote.
Yep.
Devon,
Yes, darling.
Devon,
Yeah,
I was
darling.
there yesterday.
Yes, I'll look for you. I was by the van too, you know.
Wally, I took a bus. I got with
Oh.
Jeff.
Okay.
I was
Well,
there, Wally.
yeah, because I didn't see you walk yesterday,
It was a
neither.
wonderful evening.
Kami could have helped Waggy
And
for
St.
she
Patrick
early.
Solid thanks. Thanks to St. Patrick people for coming out.
Yeah.
Yes.
And all your supporters.
Yep.
Yes.
We did. We moving on.
So, Devon
Yes, darling.
and Sheldon,
Yes, my love.
somebody leave something here for y'all.
We go pass. We go
So
pass.
you come and pick it up. And Mr. Scott,
Yes, ma'am.
I want you to come and drop the thing in its place for me, please.
When you're ready.
Okay?
When you're ready, just call me. You know I did with you.
I have everything organized already.
Good. We
All
go in.
right. Good. We go do that. You go do that.
So when we go in
So
tomorrow,
you have a blessed day, a blessed weekend.
same thing
Grenadians.
with there.
And let me tell you something. Everybody get ready for Grand Anthem Sunday.
Yes.
Yes.
That's
yes.
another big one.
And that's your boy, yeah?
Nikki, good morning. Peter, good morning, everybody.
And that's your boy, yeah? Nicky, you know.
Well, I put it on my shot pass. I get a next shot pass. I have a next shot pass for them.
Watch. Depot say he go be down in 2 months. He coming
I hear
down.
you.
Depot.
Yes.
Deputy say he coming down in 2 months.
A
Intercall.
next shot pass for them. Anyhow, I have to go. Miss little credit go finish.
Okay,
And
my dear.
Mr. Watson, everybody, good morning. All my friends, Mr. But yes, they have to come. They have to come on board. They have to come on board.
All right.
Yes, tell him bring down shot pass for me. The campaign. That's for me campaigning.
Green and white.
Shot pass for me campaign. Good morning to everybody. Good morning, everybody.
All right, darling.
All the Grenadians, Captain Cox, everybody. Captain Matthew in Grenada right now. Have a blessed day.
All right. Later.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
I gotta go.
Yes, indeed. No, serious. Hey, Hannah, in truth,
Yeah.
Cammy was there early enough. She got to help set up and all that.
Yeah. Help set up.
Yeah, serious.
Yeah.
Cammy was up there real early.
Camille plan was Thursday. Camille close up and
Yeah.
she say we heading
Upper road.
to North.
Upper road.
And she area too, you know. Shantibel, everybody come down. I mean.
Oh, yeah, I forget.
Yes,
Cammy is a
Camille
patrician.
Patrician.
Yeah, she is a patrician.
Original
She is from
patrician.
St. Patrick.
So
St.
that's why
Patrick,
she was
yeah.
there early. You understand?
Yeah, man.
Hey, morning to Miss Clytie Redhead. How you doing this morning, my good lady?
Cammy Zingo send and say he coming. Tell Cammy he coming. Right, nice. Short leg. Morning. Short leg does nice up the thing.
Yeah,
boy.
short leg.
Short
I
leg
mean,
does nice up the thing.
short leg
Yeah.
is one of the bomb. You just
Yeah.
know
I know,
how to agitate and to lift people's spirits.
And don't think it's just that he does do, you know. He helping people too, you know.
Congratulations,
look at
boss, on the thing.
yeah, because I see Short Leg and Lava Man last time would have helped the two tourists that were in distress, and so you know some people would actually just pass and go away and say they ain't getting tied up in that. They see man, they see cutlass, they pass. No,
Not most of us
they
Grenadians,
stopped.
yes.
They stopped and they did something. Hey, Cammy, Zingo say, just say what you want. He bringing it. He just asked what size. He bringing it. All right. So Zingo say he bringing it for you. Nice. But folks, we've got the problem sorted out. Well, it wasn't a problem really. It was just a mistake that we made there. So we've got that sorted out, and we want to bring the address that was delivered last night by Prime Minister Dr. The Right Honorable Keith Mitchell to you. So we're going to do that right about now.
Oh, my. Our chairman of our party, executive members, cabinet members, parliamentarians, your candidate for St. Patrick West, Brother Anthony Boson. My sisters and brothers all. This, what we are now undertaking, is a serious business. The future of our country is at stake. Brother Anthony Boson gave you an excellent account of what the NNP has done to this country over the years. But Anthony Boson told you about where we were in the past, the state of our country in 2013, where we are today, and how we came to be where we are. He also gave you a glimpse into the future. Sisters and brothers, that is why the next few weeks will be very important to the future of this country. I am particularly pleased that our people seem to understand that this party is the only party at this time that to continue to bring development and hope to all and sundry in Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique. My friends, I will not hold you long tonight. I think you're already there. I know all you're waiting for is the date. So I'm not going to bore you with a long speech, because I already told you last Sunday that when you come to Bouchejou is my home village. And this, I said, could be my last election. And therefore, I have to announce the date in Bouchejou, in my home village, sisters and brothers. It's no secret, so I don't want to keep much suspense except when I tell you the exact date. But let me say something to you that I want to say seriously before I let you off this evening. Friends, over the last few weeks, we have had some industrial issues. But I want to tell you this. This party, this government, represents the hope of all the workers of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique. And no matter what, the problems that now still exist, and there are problems still existing to be solved. But all the leadership of the trade union movement, except maybe a couple persons for political reasons, understand that despite the problems that now still exist, this is the party that has brought tremendous benefits to all the workers of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique. My friends, In just 4.5 years, our public workers have got more than $110 million in additional benefits, in addition to getting their salaries on time, in addition to the investment in the regularization of hundreds of workers, teachers, and public servants. My friends, they have received increases in allowances, one-off payments, insurance benefits. All sorts of allowances have gone to our workers of this country. But my friends, that doesn't mean we have solved all the problems, because some of the problems existed for over 30 odd years. Government go, government come, have not solved them. But we are committed, sisters and brothers, to dealing with the issue of pension. It's the first government that has tackled the issue of pension problem for public servants. And sisters and brothers, we have a pathway going forward for this. Therefore, I am happy to say that I am pleased that with the negotiations ongoing now to solve some of the problems now exist, with the give and take of the government and the unions, that not long from now, you will see a complete settlement of the present workers' dispute at Nawasa, at the Lotto, at solid waste, and of course, the one-off payment for public servants. In other words, sisters and brothers, we tell the workers, sit with us, work with us, and together we will solve the problems of the workforce. My friends, I want to make it clear too, there have been some unfairness taking place in our public service and in the workforce for several years. Some workers in the public service, in the teaching profession, have been working years and have no security at all. Some of them 13 years, 2 successive governments, and the same government party today that is making noise and saying solve it, they were there for 5 years and they did not solve the problem of one worker, sisters and brothers. We are saying, sisters and brothers, the problem at the Monge Hospital, we believe is a serious one, and we have to work to solve that now, sisters and brothers. The problems of the agricultural stations, where some workers are vastly underpaid, we agree we must solve that now. The problems of the Maribo Farm School and the Maribo Agricultural Station, the mismanagement of that area must be dealt with, and we agree to work to deal with this. The problems of the healthcare system, we also committed to deal with that. Working together, sisters and brothers, this is the government, this is the party that will solve those problems. My friends, therefore, I make this point. We have seen people who have dealt a very serious negative hand to the problems of this country. The persons who brought this country to its knees, sisters and brothers, who ignore the young people of our country, who ignore the education system of our country. Today, they tell you they have the problems to solve. They have the solution for every problem. As Anthony Boson said, they're good in opposition, so leave them in opposition, sisters and brothers. But interestingly, last week, they were spreading all kinds of rumors that I had a heart attack. I had a stroke. I had stoppage of water. My friends, so I say if I have all those complaints, then I can't dance, I can't run. So I put out a call to the leader of the opposition party and tell him I am ready the day before the 28th, which is my endorsement in Busheju. That is the 27th, this Saturday. That I'm issuing a call for a 100 yards dash. The man with the stroke, the man with the heart attack, the man with the stoppage of water, ready to run with the healthy man. I'm waiting for the man to accept my offer. The man say he ain't interested in any race like that. The only race he interested in is the election race. Sisters and brothers, well, I have word for him. I say to him, as bad as the licks he would get in the race, the election licks would be far worse than the licks he gonna get on the 27th of that race. So sisters and brothers, as I said to you, we don't need to say a lot more. Get ready. I am telling you, sisters and brothers, tonight I am pleased with the turnout here. We have not been paying for buses in our rallies yet. In most cases, you have been making sacrifices. Many cases, you are paying for your buses. In some cases, some of our representatives have taken up the slack. And to put out this crowd here tonight, without the tremendous backing and total backing of the party, you need to give yourself a tremendous round of applause. That's why I am confident. I am happy. I'm a free man, sisters and brothers. Get ready and march. Those eight. So 28th of January, come to Busheju. We're going to start singing, I can't sit down, I can't sit down, I can't sit down. Good night, sisters and brothers.
Grenada, 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 Grenada. Somebody wave your hands and give it praise. Say, we can't sit down, sit down, sit down, sit down. We can't sit down. No, we can't sit down, sit down, sit down, sit down. We can't sit down. Grenada, what you say? We can't sit down, sit down, sit down, sit down. We can't sit down. No, we can't sit down, sit down, sit down, sit down. We can't sit down. Do you know why? For all he has done for me. How he set my spirit free. He even drank a bit of cup for me. No, me can't sit down. From Palaco to Calvary, he took the walk for you and me. Then they nailed him to a tree. No, me can't sit down. Grenada, can't sit down, sit down, sit down, sit down. Me can't sit down. No, me can't sit down, sit down, sit down.
A little bird pass and tell me when the date is.
Yes, boy.
We think we should bust it. Let Hard Talk bust. The first place you could hear the election date is on Hard Talk.
Yeah.
The 31st of February.
Yeah. I seen
It's been officially announced.
Yes.
The date is the 31st of February.
31st of February. Yeah.
Yeah, the 31st of February.
Yeah.
We have a caller online.
I would have said, well, my thing is, I say one day before the 30th of February.
We have a caller online. Good
Good
morning.
morning.
Good morning. Hello, Devon.
Good morning to you, sir.
Sheldon.
Morning, sir.
This morning I heard a woman was talking. She said she come from abroad and build a house here. And they say Grenada is going forward. And she's sorry she did it. She wasn't able to stay in Grenada. But I'd like to tell her, please, that if she need help to go, I'll gladly give her 2 penny to go.
You're helping packing too, ain't it?
Huh?
You'll help to pack?
Yeah. I'll give it to her. And another thing she said, which was she lying. Way in the world you hear that any hospital or jail let people out at 1 o'clock in the night. She said 1 o'clock in the night they put children out.
No, that doesn't happen.
Huh?
That doesn't happen.
That doesn't happen.
If
If
you
prisoners.
What I'd say is this: if you go to the emergency room,
Well, that's what I was telling
and you've
the
been
boys.
there
You
for
go
a
to
while,
emergency, you go home.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4,
whatever
5
time,
o'clock
yeah.
when they finish with you. Another thing they're talking about the health. I was abroad. I spent quite a number of years abroad, and they're talking about the health system in Grenada. How much of us go in hospital here? What does we pay? Right?
Mm-hmm.
When you're abroad, you're in England and you're in a hospital. You go to the hospital, you pay your bill, but you pay it weekly when you walk in. The health care there, the national health, is not free because you pay it every week in your salary.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what they call it, national health. Here we go to hospital, we get 3 meals a day, we get water to bathe, we got nurse to look about, not to bathe us, and we ain't pay in penny. And these people, what do they want? We ain't printing money, right? But you want to compare it with England, America, whatnot? Well, I'm talking about England because I know about England, because I spent 30 years there. And I come back and I'm glad I'm back in my land. But this one that come back and saying what she's saying, I think she should leave as soon as today. Because I know she's talking a lot of rubbish.
No,
right?
Okay, my brother.
All right. Have a
All
good day.
right. Take care. Have a wonderful
I think we have a caller on the overseas line.
Good morning and welcome.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning. Your live caller, go right ahead.
I say the people from Northwest call me requesting the election song. Pam pam padam pam padam. Pam pam padam pam padam. They say they ain't hearing from me, so they wondering what is wrong. Pam pam padam pam padam. Tan 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 tan. I tell them hold on tight because I don't want to boast. If everything go right, we sweeping up the West Coast. Dr. Mitchell already raised their blood pressure. Whether he run against Ali or Salisha, Alvin and Clarice Modest, them two have it locked. We declaring a no contest for St. John's and St. Mark's. Why? And Brother Tony Boston and Pam, we return to deliver the break watches so them guys to return. Hey, Sheldon, don't stop the progress. Don't stop the progress. Don't stop the progress. Keep moving. And when the jab say, leaky day, the jab say, leaky day. When the people say, keep moving, and the jab say, leaky day. Don't stop the progress. Don't stop the progress. Don't stop the progress. Don't stop it. And when the jab say, and when the people say, and when the jab say, and when the people say, don't stop the progress. I want in you. Sheldon, I want in you. Devon, I want in you. Grenadian, careful what you do. Don't stop the progress. I find all the only digging up the thing, all the only calling up my name. What happened to all them?
Zingo?
We just want to make sure that you're there and you don't forget us.
Cathy, you bring the man in the studio now. What are you doing? Bring the man in the studio.
Get the man in the studio.
But we want it tuned.
My God, Devon, big up, boy.
Yes, man. What? I hope you getting that thing for the 28th, you know.
No, you're getting nothing tomorrow, man.
Right.
Okay.
Wonderful.
Okay.
Wonderful.
I just find all the only calling.
We
everybody
joking.
crying.
We joking and
texting, who texting? Oh, God, release the thing.
Release it. We want it. Send it.
Stephanie and them crying. Stephanie and them really actually locked on. Now, 12 people send message passing go. Doc, they want one more. They want you one doc to settle this go. Hey, they want one more.
Oh, God. Send the
Sheldon,
thing.
the place green again.
You know it good.
The whole place
You
green.
know it good.
Real rainfall in the place green.
Yeah.
Yeah. The rain's supposed to fall to make the place green.
Yes.
Green and dry season.
Yeah. So, I just want to say special good morning to all my New York, all the internet fans days, you know.
Yeah,
everybody returning home. Make sure all they register and get ready. We coming.
All right.
We coming.
All right. I'm going and check the voters list and make sure they didn't shift your name, eh?
Nah. I pull up that. I pull up that and snap that to you, the other guys.
But the new list come out, you never know, you know. New list come out, so I check in again.
Check already. Day.
But Shoma saying, unless we have an NNP Soca Mona competition, I think we ought to consider that.
Yeah, boy.
We have an NNP Soca Mona. Zingo, we looking for you. We looking for you soon. All right, my brother. Blessed.
All right, one love.
Wade.
Yes.
Every time I think Wade is the craziest person in New York, then I just remember Zingo.
You have to remember Zingo.
Yeah. Burbis. Good morning. I know Burbis kicks in already right now. Burbis and Muscles cracking up laughing with his right now. You know. Muscles, boy.
Zingo had it just.
Yes, bad. We have a caller.
Yeah, good morning, Sheldon.
Hey,
good morning, Devon.
Good morning, Northwest people. You know. Northwest man, come on, boy.
Yes, it was a bomb. Yes, it was a bomb. I enjoy it. When I saw the Shanty, I said, Lord, Shanty.
Yes, man. Shanty. You're lucky you
did. I can't be see you from. I from Southeast way.
Miss Mary holding back the dancing.
Yeah,
man. Miss Mary. Yeah.
Yeah, I enjoyed myself, Sheldon.
Nice.
It was excellent. And Dr. Mitchell gave a full speech. All the people that spoke, they give a wonderful speech of what is taking place in St. Patrick West. And Brother Sheldon, I want to say, when you look at the people, you look at the evening, or not a weekend, but during a working day, and among the people that was up there, the people see, and all the old talk from NDC not stopping the people. Because the people know the party who really cares about them and who develop their life. Right? And they know. So all the old talk, that would not stop people from coming out and support NMP. And Brother Sheldon, when I hear NDC talk about health, remember what NDC did with the dialysis thing Farisa was doing up in going up for the health valley? He stopped it. Even the health center in Guam, they stop it. Right? And they come and talk about it, like if they so cares about health. And this should be the last time people talk about health. Right? Because if you love people, right, and you care about people, you will not stop anything that people need to help better, to where they could go to get treatment. Right? But you stop it. You stop everything they want to stop. You want to stop everything. I know you care about people. You care about people's education. You care about people's health. Why do you say you care about people? You hinder people from getting health treatment. So you see, they're only talking about health, but they don't really care about people. But NMP is the party that cares because they're doing things for the people to better the people living condition. I want to say to the Greener people, get registered, go out and vote NMP because NMP is a party that is taking the country forward. And 15 trees, 45.
Yes.
So in 15 years, 45.
And next year we're taking the 45.
45. So, Brother Sheldon Devon, you all have a wonderful day. God bless you all and keep on spreading the positive message from this of what the government is doing.
All right,
God bless you.
And before you go, you keep up the good job as well.
Yeah, you keep up the good. Continue.
He does always call it a lot
man.
of information.
Every
so you keep
day.
up the good job as well, man.
Every day,
yeah,
spreading the information right through.
Let me say good morning. Good. I say good morning to Karaku and Petit Martin before I say it again.
Yeah.
Good morning, Karaku, Petit Martin. Yeah. Hey,
win what for?
There's a special program that they're going to be broadcasting on Sister Isle from 1 p.m. Yeah, I think we won't broadcast that on 89.5 down here as well. Oh, I think I hit the wrong one. Yes, I think I hit the wrong one. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
Morning.
Hold on a minute.
Two madman in a row, boy.
What's up, guys?
Yeah, we there.
Quite fine, sir.
We there. We
good. We survive.
You survive?
Why you call me name about you thought I was the craziest man, you know why? What did I do?
Wait.
What you didn't do?
What?
Everybody know. Yeah.
What I guess is what I didn't do.
Yeah, what Wade do? It's had the snow kind of blocking the vehicle. He take a bottle of rivers and he started pour around the thing like he pouring libation. He say he melting all the snow for the vehicle.
Wade do that.
That's why you're mad because you're wasting rivers.
You're wasting rivers.
I did not waste rivers. I kept the rivers on ice.
No.
So I buy.
While I was snowing, while I was shoveling.
So I buy. So I sell.
Wait. You're not welcome. You're not welcome back home for another 4 years.
You see, I figure it's not him that tell you that. I figure it's not him that put all your. And you believe it? I was just about to call Zingo, you know. Just about to call Zingo. And I hear Zingo jump on the food. I was like,
Zingo is there, man.
Man, this thing building up here now is like it's better than Carnival, you know. But
Carnival is a joke.
Is it going to be before Carnival or is it going to be after Carnival?
Oh, before Carnival.
Who could
before Grenada Carnival?
Yeah, before Grenada Carnival.
I don't know if it's going to be
Before
before or after Carriacou Carnival. That I don't know. But I know it's going to be before Grenada Carnival.
Yeah, it will be most likely
Yeah,
after
right.
Carriacou Carnival, based on the time.
Definitely before Grenada Carnival 2019.
This is a crazy build up, boy. I mean, that lady that called this morning and said what she said, I mean, I was just shaking my head. I couldn't believe it. Some people, hatred is a real disease, boy.
It is a disease, a serious one, eh?
And you know the bad part about it?
Serious disease, right?
Now, you're in Brooklyn, and you heard that. So imagine other people who are in the U.S. hearing that sort of thing, and some of them might actually believe that that is a true reflection of the situation here. That it's so bad, that it's so bad, don't come home, or it's so bad that if you come home, you're going to want to leave.
You want to leave, yeah.
It's not perfect. Yeah. We always say it's not perfect, but it's way better than it used to be. When you used to work in Grand Lake, you remember what the General Hospital used to be like?
What do you mean if I remember the General Hospital used to be like? My father was in there on a couple of occasions. I had to come there, you know.
Yep.
I mean, it's so vastly different from then to now, but folks, that's what I understand, how people could say they don't see a change in Grenada. When I left Grenada, in comparison to now, it's like two totally different places.
Yeah.
It's two totally different places.
So true.
So how is there's no progress being made in the country? You know? But I was kind of disappointed in Shaggy because Shaggy didn't give her the right answer. He did ask her if she wanted to move to Trinidad. You know? But I find Shaggy was hesitant on giving her the appropriate answer. You know? There was an answer she needed to hear. But anyway, Shaggy did his thing and he kept his composure. I know he's digging him, man. I didn't call him later on. Guys, go do your own thing, man. Have a great day.
Where you whopping right now?
And right now, I'm whopping on the Harlem River Drive. And you could say good morning to Miss Sheila Thompson in the WAP for me, please.
Good morning.
From resident of Hempstead, Long Island.
Good morning, Miss Sheila Thompson.
All right. Good morning to you.
You getting it
and
live.
We hope to see you on the Isle of Spice very soon.
It's beautiful. We got beautiful beaches.
Yeah.
You got to come.
All right, guys.
Yeah, we have handsome fellas too. Yeah.
All right,
anyway,
guys.
Later.
All right.
Oh, love.
Yes, folks.
It's your we do it?
We
do it big time.
What? The phone lines are hot up there?
Good morning and welcome.
Morning.
Morning,
good morning, sir.
Bye, Tad.
If you're tired, what are you calling here for? Go home and sleep.
No, it's not time for tiredness, my brother.
We can't sit down.
You can't sit down. Sit down.
You
see Doc go down last night? Sit down. Doc is sitting down.
I almost go to the split in the middle. You know?
Yeah.
Well, next time they go to the bus that one when you go down, just split in the middle.
Well, seriously, for Thursday night, man, crowd was impressive. People talk about the crowd, you know. Crowd is your support, you know. And it's an indication to people outside looking in that look. We ain't going on back no dying horse. We're going with the winning horse. You know, and you allow them to make up their mind as who's the better choice, or who's the better horse in the race. You know, so
now you have a donkey and a horse. You have a donkey and a horse.
Say it again.
I say you have a donkey and a horse.
Yeah, donkey. Well, you have a turtle. You ain't seen nothing yet. I don't have all the idea. I don't even know what is the plan in terms of when the NMP calls election. And what is it? But I know it's going to be a heightened level of campaigning. And my assumption is when that happens, you'll see the NMP just leaving, you know, the 100 meters.
Yes.
And you just have to walk out on the guy in beside you. That's how you're going to look. And
the other thing is, remember, right now, it's not a situation where the NNP has started, like we pay buses and trucks and things and we organize to send you out.
Yeah.
The constituencies themselves have been organizing their buses. some of the people who coming on the buses paying their way to go to whichever activity it is, that sort of thing. So this is this is not your election campaign crowd yet. This is just we warming up. We warming up.
We warming up.
We warming up right now.
We sweating and we pulse between nice. What? I guess so belly boiling and afraid to watch it live. Just ask somebody to tell them what going on. Tell me what going on. Tell me, go and look for yourself. Look.
Look. I just say, Mr. Carl Caton, good morning to you, sir.
I
tell him goodbye, Mr. Lorena Waldron, good morning to you as well.
One stone.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, so I think we really I want to echo another caller that register, and not just register. Is us. We doing our work to ensure that the people come out to vote.
Yep.
On the election day machinery. That's what the people jump. If you see machinery not in place, you're in trouble. So we have to make sure, and I know we have it locked down in terms of getting the votes out. How you call it, Sheldon?
Getting the
votes out.
Yeah, it's get out the vote. GOTV.
Yeah. So
get out the vote.
We just have to work and continue to send the message. I think the Prime Minister message last night was quite powerful.
Very much.
And you could see that the man is relaxed. He's not afraid, and people saying, "Call it, call it, call it."
Call the thing, Doc.
Yeah.
Call the thing. The man nearly slipped last night.
The man nearly slipping now.
Yeah. The man nearly slipped last night, boy.
In Imodi, you almost.
You come close there.
You almost.
You almost remember me if I was in the revolution.
But we are sure. I nearly call the man wait. We are sure on one thing, though. Me and Devon actually believe it's going to be the 31st of February.
Yeah, 31st. Well, I said 30th. We have a kind of thought.
I believe it will be sooner than that, though.
Sooner? Okay.
Yeah, I believe it will be sooner than that.
You know, it's a certain Minister of Finance used to pay salary on the 31st of February.
But you remember, you have I think, you have within 60 days to call it, not more than 60 days and less than 21. So he doesn't have to call it 21, he could call it between that. 25, 29, 30,
10 days we give him. 10 days.
At least he let go one part last night where he said that he'll be doing that at the last. Well,
but he said it on Sunday. He said he would be making a major announcement on the 28th, and he just reconfirmed it yesterday that he will be making that announcement on the 12th. I expect that Bojeju ain't got enough space. I just telling you, I didn't think Bojeju got enough space.
What the men say no, that increasing the same money that it costs
and send home
this and that and the other, and they send them home and then become and they take them back. They say no that they will increase the stipend. You ever hear more? But it is a case of desperation.
Very much so.
Total desperation, and that is why people have to filter. All right, rather choose what they would, listen to them carefully and don't even take them on. I wouldn't say believe what you want, because some people are naive to believe what they're actually selling, And as I use Mr. Buck's own words the other day, he intend to kick the bucket further down the road and expect the fool to pick it up again, But I'm happy, as somebody says earlier, that you heard the Imanis, or people who are involved in Imanis, called the radio this morning and say, look what happened in 2013 when the promise isn't going to send
2008, 2008, not 2013.
2008.
Yeah.
They sent home everybody, and even, not just sent home, but they actually remade the Imani program into something else. What was the name?
Youth Upliftment.
The Grenada Youth Upliftment program
was employed under in the Ministry of Youth, and when you see disrespectful behavior on Facebook and so these days, disrespecting ministers, disrespecting the Prime Minister, those are the same people.
That was a product of that.
That was a product of that program.
That was a product of that program.
I designed the logo for that program, right?
Yeah.
The Grenada Youth Upliftment Program, I designed the logo for that program. That was one of the last things I do in that ministry.
And that was the same Ian Thomas in the video with the leader that wants to remake himself. And so
but But why you calling? Why you?
Flock together. Show me your friends. I'll tell you who you are.
But let me ask you something, eh? Why even bothering with this guy? He's irrelevant to the political discussion in Grenada.
No,
he wants to make himself.
You have to call it out, you know.
No, but he wants to make himself relevant, and he's trying to use us by making some of those outlandish statements. He's trying to use. Hold on. Let me complete the statement. He's trying to use people like me and you and so on. He's trying to suck us into a discussion about him to make himself relevant and seem as a champion of the NDC, because he knows for a fact that the Honorable Eminent Peer isn't only going to beat Patrick Simmons, she is going to decimate him at the polls. He will get one of the worst cocktail a teacher ever get from a student in history, because he used to be Minister Peer's teacher at a point in time, innit? So he's going to get one of the worst cocktail a teacher ever get from a student in history. If he thinks the licking he get the last time was anything, when she's finished with him this time, he wouldn't even want to hear the word politics or constituency again. And you see, Django knows this. So what he's doing is trying to put himself in a position as the heir apparent to say, look, I was championing the cause of the NDC all the time and so on. And this is what he's attempting to do. I, for one, will not be part of helping him do it.
Like carry on, donkey.
Yeah.
Listen.
Cow horn never too heavy for your head. Like carry you on.
Listen, I have a joke for you. Yesterday we going up past Victoria. We're no St. Max. Green. I think the opposite party, the other party had a meeting about resource or something. You know, Mr. Adula, for every 100 persons in green, I seen one yellow. You know.
Reminds me of last election.
The only part when the meeting had about 5% in yellow jerseys on the paper. I said that's good for democracy. You have a few, you know, who still be. But they brave.
Well, watch. You realize the tempo has been going up each and every meeting now, because I've been to every meeting. So we started off with Skeeter, which was energy, people. We went up to Sister Pam, more energy, people. Then we went to Carriacou, and the whole thing turned old mass. You see, motorcade and people and the performances and the speeches that dealt with the issues in Carriacou and Petit Martinique that have to be dealt with, and the national issues. Then we moved from there. We came to the sisters in St. Andrew, and you had that convergence of the motorcades and all this sort of thing. We moved from that, and we went to St. John.
You forget Northeast.
Northeast, yeah. We went to Northeast again, energy building.
We went to St. Patrick's East.
We went to St. John next. That was Sunday gone, and you realize what take place, and now we gone to St. Patrick. So if all of that is anything to go by, Sunday go be mad. Sunday go be mad.
I want Doc to get bad and just decide when he cutting up a constituency and he put it somebody, or he cutting over two, and we getting that again.
17.
You know what I'm saying? Them men have to go. I tell them funeral home already, get ready. Foresight funeral home in Victoria. Come back, get your thing organized, because we will have a lot of funeral to perform, and we don't want to put a strain on Lacroix.
Yeah.
You understand?
All right, my brother.
Political funeral. You understand? We gotta get a new breed of people. Next election. Yeah.
Okay, my brother. Bless it.
One love.
Hey, boss, me can't sit down. Me can't sit down. Yeah, me can't sit down. Let me see. We have a call again. No, I'm not seeing it coming through. Yes, indeed. 440-7377. That's the number for you to call on the inside and the overseas line, upon.
It's 347-329-3101.
We missed one on the overseas line. Overseas caller, you can call back.
Call us. You got time. We got some time.
You can call back. We know you're crying. We know you hear the piece of song from Zingo Day one time. All you want to hear the thing from the madman. Well, the madman said anything.
Madman said anything.
Yeah, the madman said anything. And we are the overseas line.
Good morning and welcome.
Hey, Devon, good morning. Morning to you, Sheldon.
Good morning, sir. Les.
No, right, I have something to say. Now, this is what I have to say and not hard talk thing. I decide to put Nazim on the Dotish list. I hear Specky put all kind of people on the Dotish list. Nazim get left out.
Boss, you see, all of us go and try to put me in problems. Or you could put him on the Dotish list. No. I'm asking how you could put him on the Dotish list. What you do?
Because
Or didn't do?
because this is the reason why I go put him. Well, you there already. The government say the Monrouge playing field not sold.
Not Monrouge,
He's
not Monrouge, Camahan Park.
Camahan Park. Right. He is saying that it is sold. If the government say it is not sold, and you say it is sold, somebody has to be on the notice list. He had to be added there. You know? And this thing gets me so upset. I mean, come on. And he is sitting in the Senate. He can request documents for proof.
He don't even have to do that, you know.
One platform and say
all he had to do is go.
sold.
All he had to do is go down to the courthouse there and check and see, because there must be documentation if the property is sold. There must.
That's right. It must register in the court.
The Prime Minister of this country has said that it has not been sold, it has not been gifted, it has not been deeded, it has not been anything. It belongs wholly and solely to the people of Grenada. Now, if the Prime Minister were to tell an untruth, that would not only be the end of his political career, that'll be the end of his party, that'll be the end of everything. But you know what they're going to do? I'm telling you what some nefarious elements within the NDC are. In fact, I'll say it after. Go right ahead, because you're calling for overseas. Go ahead. No, you go ahead.
It is provable. So, come on. It is said that the place is not sold. Well, stop this propaganda telling people it is sold. Stop that. And another thing I want Grenada to know. Well, I used to work with Volker Steven. That's the same company that do the bus terminal and the mall and stuff. And also that place in Lagoon Road. Volker Steven had some more work to do to further up develop Lagoon Road. There was a road to go wrong, to go up by the hospital and stuff. Problem start. NDC win the election, work stopped. Because they were supposed to sign some documents, they never did. And I remember one Friday evening, we sitting by the pink shop, me and the bosses with the staff. And the boss, if you all want more work, because there is more work coming up, remove them people from that glass building. Right in Lagoon Road, he said that.
Brother.
And if you just come and they just have a whole setting, but now they go, now they outside, they know how to fix things. So, as Mr. Boson said last night, leave them outside there. leave them outside there. But I, Leslie Charles, put Nazim on the Duchess list. Specky didn't put him there, but I put him there. Because the place not sold, he's saying it is sold. And I want him to prove to us, the people of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique, that place sold. Don't tell us in no campaign and nothing. Bring documents and show us that, yes, it is sold, and we're going to believe you.
All right, my brother.
Have a good day, my brothers.
All
I'm
right.
Grenada.
Take care. Have a wonderful weekend.
I'm going to tell you this, because I have my sources. They are going to create fake documents and circulate it, giving the impression, because they really want the South seat, and they think that if they circulate those kind of things in the South, that is going to help their chances. Expect over the next few weeks several fake documents to be circulating. Documents with all sorts of things. You just look at it and you could tell that it is fake. Yeah? You're going to see fake documents circulating. All sorts of fantasy and fiction. Because a little birdie tell me, don't worry, we here. We know exactly what certain elements are going to do. We know exactly. So when you see it, don't say, whoa, look at this. No. Understand. The same people that bought a ticket for Sir Eric Matthew Gary just before election to say he's looking to run is the same type of tactics that are going to be used now by the NDC, because they are extremely desperate. Yeah? But the licks come in. And the licks, sure.
The desperation, right, could also lead to danger. When you become desperate, you do all sorts of things.
Yep.
Right? You create turmoil. You create the environment for people to not trust each other within a country. I mean, when you have a political organization who breed deceit and dissent and hatred among its people, right? You cannot allow a grouping or a party like that to govern, right? Because it's not good for young people. It's setting a bad example.
And let's just say this as well. Let's just say this as well. Because I want them to come out and say that what I'm saying is untrue. that the intent of the National Democratic Congress of Grenada, led by Nazim Victor Burke. Notice I'm making sure that I say
right.
everything I say.
Nazim Victor
I want
Burke.
them to come out and say that what Sheldon Scott, Devon, stay out of this one, that what Sheldon Scott is saying on this program is a lie. I want them to come out and challenge me to prove what I'm saying, that the intention of the National Democratic Congress is to disrupt polling in any box that the new National Party will win on election day. That they have a feeling the NNP will win that one, and that they are going to disrupt, slow down the process, that their behavior will leave a lot wanting on election day in any of those boxes. I want them to tell me that I'm lying. I challenge the National Democratic Congress as a political organization and their leader to challenge me in a court of law to prove what I'm saying. I daring you all. Yeah? Tell me I lie. Tell me that I lie. And you only know when I make a challenge like that, what's going on. All right, good. 440. Time alone, time will tell. Think you're in heaven, but you're living in hell.
I mean, I've never met a, you got a caller. Good morning and welcome.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Morning,
Good
sir.
morning, sir.
Well, I'm telling you, Mr. Scott.
Yes, sir.
You definitely will have to extend this program very soon before the date called, because if not, you're going to be getting a lot of abuse on the streets. Now, I want to say here, I want to congratulate those who was responsible for putting the program together last night. You know, it was well put together and a program well done. I must say that, do you know, the excitement of looking at it from home is as fascinating as being there. But let me tell you where my excitement lies. My excitement lies is looking and seeing how statistics and data is coming together. It is a great feeling. I must say here to all my and Miss Thomas' team, to all my compatriots who have been burning the midnight oil, it was well worth it. Now, let me wrap up here. Miss Thomas, I listened to an advertisement where Miss Thomas talk about steering the coast. And I'm on that issue. I must say here, go to the people of Mount Horn, the village I believe with the highest percentage of voters. Ask them what the NDC have done for them, and ask them what the NNP under Miss Thomas' leadership has done for them. And you're going to hear the contrasting difference. But what I want to say to the people of Mount Horn and the rest of the Northwest constituency is that what you have seen so far is just the beginning of much better things to come. We know not all persons that need assistance can receive it in their own timing. Just be patient. You will be taken care of. But those who need the most must be dealt with first. So the foundation have been set, and Miss Thomas is well on her way. Miss Thomas will continue to build on that foundation. There is much to be done than what has been done so far, but the process has begun. To all my brothers and sisters in the Northwest constituency, continue to register and continue to stay focused on the big prize, which is going out there on the day in question, and vote for the Honorable Mrs. Delma Thomas and the new National Party. Thank you.
All right, thank you,
my brother.
Yeah, and listen, we want just want Delma win. We kind of want somebody deposit. That is one of them deposit that I want.
Boy, that's a
want that deposit.
It's crucial. It's very crucial to obtain.
We have a
that
point
deposit.
to prove. We need that deposit, eh? Yeah. Delma, we need the deposit. Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay. Yes, I know.
30
I
seconds.
know. I don't have much time because I called back. This is the reason why I called back. I'm so upset that you can play the clip. I send it in your inbox and play it for us as Grenadians to hear, because I don't just get up and just talk things. So
Okay.
So if you check your inbox, I'll send you the MTV clip. Play it for us to hear it, for everybody to hear, so they're going to know what I'm talking about.
Okay, my brother.
All right.
All right, thank you.
Oh, let's him playing that.
I think we have a call online.
Good morning and welcome.
Good morning, Devon. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning,
Mr.
Kariku.
Scott, good morning to you.
Morning.
I can't hear you properly. You sound very, very low.
Yeah, we kind of hearing you a bit funny too. I think your phone line has a problem, but go ahead.
Yeah, all right. Mr. Scott, I was looking at the meeting last night, and Mr. Scott, I was intrigued. It was fantastic. When I see the amount of people, I was shaking in my boots. And Mr. Scott, I was trembling more when I listened to my cousin on the platform, Ann Logie. Oh, Mr. Scott, she was fantastic.
Yes,
Mr.
ma'am.
Bosin better look out, because he might challenge Mr. Bosin for his seat. Look out for her.
And
It
it's
is
easy,
fantastic just listening to her. I feel really, really proud just listening to my cousin. On the whole, I think we're on the right path. We're following the right path. And Dr. Keith, just hold on there. And don't call the thing yet, I last night you nearly give it away. So don't call the thing yet until I come back. I'm going for 4 weeks and I want to come back. When I come back, I want to see all the excitement leading up to the election. So you take care, Mr. Scott.
All right, my dear.
Devon, you take care.
Same to
Love
you.
you all very, very much.
Love you too.
See you in a few weeks' time.
All right,
my dear.
Okay, take care. And
Enjoy it.
congratulations again to my cousin and Mr. Boswin. A job well done. It was good. Bye.
Yes,
Bye-bye.
indeed.
And you enjoy yourself on your vacation.
Devon, we didn't send our condolences to Auntie Ruth. We have not sent condolences to Auntie Ruth on Hard Talk.
Yes, we have not.
And a lady like Auntie Ruth, believe me, I know generally sometimes she doesn't get the program.
No, not all the time.
But someone will pass on our condolences to Auntie Ruth for us.
Yep.
And we know she's been having a very difficult time. We know it's an extremely difficult time for her. Prayers are with her, because I believe she also, outside of that, she has another situation she has to deal with. So it's two situations that she has to deal with. Blazer, pass on the message to Granny for my band. Make sure you pass on the message to Granny for me.
Let her know.
All right? I know somebody go tell Blazer, and Blazer going to tell her first. All right? Indeed.
Good morning and our condolences.
Yeah, and the thing is, the hour went up in St. Patrick. Couldn't run away to go across and check, and I didn't drive up myself. So, with the limited parking in that area, we had to carpool. So anyway, but yes, let me also mention this exciting news from the Brotherhood of St. George, the Anglican Brotherhood. They'll be holding their second annual variety concert. That will be taking place on Sunday the 28th, at 5 p.m. Brotherhood of St. George. That day will be a kind of difficult day to compete. But anyhow, the place at the GBSS Auditorium. Tickets, adults $30 in advance and $40 at the door. Children $15. That's for 15 and younger. Entire family, you could bring the family. That's for $60. Mother, father, and child, or parent and 2 children. Performing artists are Jamu, Robert Pear, Lisa McDonald, Rita Augustine, Daniel Trio, Algernon Belfon, Anna Simon Dance, Nigel de Gale by 2. Yeah, Nigel de Gale, 2 Nigel de Gales, right? Yeah. And the Anglican Church Choir and others. Tickets are available from members of the Brotherhood of St. George. Proceeds will be for the rebuilding of the St. George Church. Yes, so that's at 5 p.m. So if you finish in time, you could go there and then you could come and hear the date.
Yes.
All right? You could come and get a date. So you could go, you're praying for the nation, the Anglican Church, the Brotherhood of the Anglican Church. They're having that activity on the 28th of January at 5 p.m. at the GBSS Auditorium. So you could go there with the family and so, but when you finish there, you're coming across.
But so somebody was bawling and calling for the date all the time.
Yeah, but hold on, let me take. Oh boy, we missed. Well, we tell them the February, the 31st of February.
Call the date now.
The 31st of February. Anybody?
31st.
That's the date. Anybody ask me the date? That's the date at the end of the The 31st of February is the date I'm giving all that.
I said the 30th. I mean
the 31st. I get every 31st. You can get them the 30th.
We get salary around them time, and that was.
That's what Minister of Finance used to pay salary around then.
Yeah, around them kind of time. We vividly remember that. We experienced it.
Yeah,
we lived it.
Don't worry. At that point in time, I'll go get everything.
Call the thing, dog. Call the debt. Repeat it after me. Call the debt. Call the election. Call the election. We're ready for you.
Yeah, you seem to be very ready in truth.
Very
anyway.
ready.
We have a caller.
Hello, Mr. Scott.
Good morning.
Hey, sir, how are you?
Hello?
Yes, we're hearing you, caller.
Yeah. I'm making a coffin with 15 corners for the NDC. I started today. I might finish it sometime soon.
All you like trouble, eh? All you worry people them they say we walking voodoo on them now.
All right, Mr. Scott, take your time.
Okay, brother. All you worry people say that we walking voodoo on them, we making Kaufman all that. All you go ahead. We about all you. 4407377. That's 4407377.
I got them. Let them come. We go bury them in the pools. Yes.
Yeah,
in the pools. Good morning.
Good morning. How you doing?
Not too bad.
Yeah, man.
Thanks for the thanks anyhow. You know stupidity is contagious, so don't go and say the thing on the 31st and have people. You understand?
Yeah.
I hear this morning there is a gentleman that all over the years and months he has been campaigning for the NDC. He has been seen with NDC candidates in Cameron Park making puppy show about the Prime Minister selling out the park. You understand? Every issue he could handle it, and the government has done it wrong. Even though he sided with the government, he still have a if they should do it so, and they should not do it so and so on. This morning I find he distanced himself from the NDC because somebody called him out and said that look he have his personal political agenda and he supports the NDC. He say he's not belonging to no political party. You understand? But he advocates on the behalf of the NDC almost every morning and Brenda program. He's one of the men that intend to join the swamp. That is what he said. He's joining the swamp to put who? Himself. You understand? And I glad to hear he distanced himself from the NDC this morning. Anyhow, I endorse what the brother had said about the Honorable Delma Thomas. And wherever she is now, have a good day. And you all better take care.
All right, brother.
Good.
All right. Hey, you did hear this one last night, Devon? You didn't hear that one last night? Yeah.
26 years as public servant, 18 years as MP. Where you are? 3 years as a senator. Also represent us proper. So who we rolling in? Wilson, we rolling in. Wilson, who we rolling in? Wilson. Look at the ministry. He developments for we. Treated in wall. And he never forgets Nelson. Branch road drain construction. Lamont area could mention. Rainmouth Farm Road project. Progress, yeah. So who we rolling with? Wilson, we rolling with. Wilson, we rolling with. Wilson, we rolling with. Wilson, the man with a vision. The man have a vision. That's why they can stop it. That's why they can beat it. We roll it. We roll it. We roll it. We roll it. Look at the man action. Sorted construction. Breakwater project. Wave bridge we get. Lighting for playing field. Shanty men get fenced. Davy fishermen locals. Mali road maintenance. So who we rolling with? Wilson, we rolling with. Wilson, we rolling with. Wilson.
Let me behave, man, because we're running out of time. Yeah, we're running out of time. We can't even take more calls and all kind of things.
All roads lead to
South St. George. And if it is anything to go by, we saw what happened on Sunday up in St. John. Then we went up to St. Patrick last night on a Thursday night to see. Man, if this thing was on a weekend.
And we coming south.
Yeah. I wonder if I have our next song there. Let me check our next one there.
Endorsing the Honorable Evelyn Pierre for the Southeast constituency. This lady, she's like a mother to we. Yes, this lady carries nothing but royalty. Yes, this lady, I am sure that she got her back. And if you don't believe me, then sit down and listen to facts. Honorable Evelyn.
I feel like it's all again only on that one. A certain man just messaged me. I know you go ask for that one. All right, folks, that's all the time we have for Hard Talk this week. But remember, no matter which part of the island you're in, all roads lead to the south. We're heading down to the south. We are converging under the south of the island. We're going down there. We go in and ensure that Nikki, we go in and ensure we bring Nikki and endorse Nikki. Yeah, because Nikki is the man for we.
Yes.
Yeah?
Is the man.
Nikki is the man.
For the South.
For the South.
You understand?
Yeah.
And Nicky has he has what it takes.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Health minister, one of the best you have ever seen. Look at our health system. It's getting better day by day.
Well respected regionally as well.
Well respected regionally.
Well respected regionally.
Very good manager. You understand?
You knew that Nicky was a former island scholar?
I know.
Yeah, former island scholar, you know. Mm-hmm. Very intelligent chap. Very intelligent and capable chap. Yeah. Well, likable individual as well. Mm-hmm. And that's why full support for the Honorable Nicholas Steele on Sunday. Starting at 5:30.
Yeah,
around 5:30 p.m. on Sunday at
all
the Montrouge playing field. Yeah?
All roads lead to the south on Sunday.
The sun go shine, man. The sun going and dry out the playing field in no time flat. Yeah, man. The sun go shine. Yeah, man. We've got children. We can do things for us, you know. But anyway, folks, whatever you say, whatever you do it safe and secure. I want to be speaking to and with you and not about you. That's all the time. My name is Sheldon.
I'm Devon Romain.
All right.
See you on Sunday.
Indeed.
Are you ready? South St. George, it's your turn as the new National Party rolls out its candidate this Sunday, January 14th at the Montrouge playing field. We are presenting as your next MP, Nicholas Steele. Come and hear Nicky's vision for the South, as well as special presentations by community activists, plus addresses from Peter David, MP Alexandra Otway-Noel, and our political leader, Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell. It's Sunday, January 14th at the Montrouge playing field from 5 p.m. The people say, NNP, better for the South, better for Grenada.
Tell them we vote in NNP election day. Go there and call somebody. Stay up to date with all that's happening with the new National Party, NNP. Send us a message via text or WhatsApp on 405-8683 with your name, email, and constituency. Stay in the know with NNP. Get updated.
Fiscal Responsibility Oversight Committee recommends greater monitoring of relationship between public and private entities. Details to this story and more in the National Report. With the National Report, I am Leslie Ann Johnson. The Fiscal Responsibility Oversight Committee is recommending that the Ministry of Finance scrutinize the relationship between public and private entities to determine whether they are public-private partnerships as defined by the Fiscal Responsibility Act. The FROC says this should be done as a matter of priority. During a media briefing on Wednesday, members of the Oversight Committee called attention to arrangements for land reclamation and development in areas like Melville Street and the Tyrrell Bay Land Reclamation Project, among others. The committee says greater efforts and resources are needed to improve recording and monitoring of fiscal and debt statistics of all public entities.
The rule is PPPs must not incur debt that is above 5% to central government overall debt. So if we do not know in the first place and do not have a registry of these PPPs, then we cannot go and get information on their borrowings. And if that cannot happen, then as Zan said, there is underreporting. And with underreporting, there is less than optimal management of your public finances.
That's the chairman of the Fiscal Responsibility Oversight Committee, Mr. Richard Duncan. Government has made good on its promise to deliver Phase 3 of the Agriculture Feeder Roads project, which is expected to be completed by 2019. A loan agreement was signed between the government of Grenada and the Kuwait Fund for Arab Economic Development, whereby the fund will extend a loan of $13.6 million. Government will provide 9% of financing and the OPEC fund will provide 55%. The project aims to support the economic and social development of Grenada through improving access for processing, transport and export of agricultural products, improving access to tourist sites, and facilitating rural residents' access to employment and social services. Works Minister, the Honourable Gregory Bowen, recently highlighted some of the feeder roads earmarked for improvement in Phase 3.
Claboni, Munich Backwalet Bridge, Grand Fort, Ben Jones Extension, there are some small roads and some larger ones. Backwalet, La Pastora, Laura Bridge, Upway Tupam Rose, and in St. George, Laborie. I don't want to make some special mention of Laborie. It was on the program, Phase 2. As soon as the last administration came in, it was stopped. But it was already approved on the books of the Kuwait Fund, and so as a matter of fact, they're the ones who really pushed for it, and others that were approved and stopped. Mondelez Wester Hall, Flamingo Bay Road, Willis Constantine, Bellevue, St. George Estate, Mango Road, Concord, Dongliston, Brothers, Monseni, Pleasant Estate. This was there a long time, Mr. Speaker, and it was taken off. Lacadigan, Redmud, Bel Air, Limley, and Cherry Hill in Caracou, Mr. Speaker.
The project comprises the reconstruction and improvement of about 16.5 kilometers of feeder and agricultural roads and bridges in various parishes, and including shoulders or side drains, drainage, and other structures. Minister Bowen said more than 1,000 individuals will be employed with the project.
This is the largest agricultural feeder road project undertaken to date, and one of the most ambitious, Mr. Speaker. It will employ directly 1,000 persons, Mr. Speaker. The last farm road project employed over 500. And I could listen to the workers now in 2008 when the regime packed the CCC ago, and they were very blatant in their cry that they voted out their work, Mr. Speaker.
The Immigration Department is undertaking upgrades at the Morris Bishop International Airport as part of good customer service delivery. The arrival lounge is now outfitted with new immigration booths, one of which caters to travelers that are wheelchair-bound, a first for Grenada. The upgrades are geared towards enhanced comfort and experience.
And in this, we catered for the persons that are physically challenged. So we can see here we have a booth that factor in the persons that are using the wheelchair. Yeah, so we can facilitate those persons. The ambience is really nice. The aesthetics is very, very pleasing on the eyes, and persons are very excited and happy to come home. Even happier now because of the aesthetics that we have here now.
That's Superintendent Michael Francis. The old booths were replaced by 2 automated passport control kiosks. Superintendent Francis also highlighted the importance of reinstituting the immigration departure desk.
We have reinstituted the immigration departure desk at the airport. As you can see now, we have 2 officers, so we have 2 booths that will be providing services for the public on the departure. This is in compliance with the expectation of border security management. Additionally, it enhances our customer service because we get a chance to interface with the passengers as they leave, find out about the visit, how they enjoy it, what can we improve, what can we do to make them stay better the next time they come around. So it's a wonderful addition, and most persons welcome it.
This is the National Report. More news after the break.
Data reveals that rats and other rodents are responsible for the transmission of many diseases. In Grenada, the most common is leptospirosis, and it can cause your death. This disease is directly related to rats and mice infestation. Signs and symptoms of lepto, as it is commonly referred to, are high fever, headache, chills, muscle aches, vomiting, jaundice, and abdominal pain. If your home had or is infected with rats and you have any of these symptoms, please check with your doctor immediately. Declare war on rats. Starve them. Kill them. Rats are the most unwelcome guests. Reduce, control, eliminate them. This is a message from the Ridge to Reef Project, protecting biodiversity and ecosystem functions.
Since returning to office in 2013, the ruling NNP administration has spent more than $35 million on youth activities, and Prime Minister Dr. the Right Honourable Keith Mitchell has given yet another commitment that his government will continue to invest in the development of young people. Addressing the endorsement rally of the Honourable Alvin Dabrio in St. John recently, Dr. Mitchell said the government's intention is to create hope and more opportunities for young people.
This present 21st century requires persons and with ability and skills and training to meet the challenges of the 21st century. It is this government that has a vision for technology and development of a 21st society in Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique.
And that's the National Report. I am Leslie Ann Johnson.
South St. George, it's your turn as the new National Party rolls out its candidate this Sunday, January 14th at the Montrouge playing field. We are presenting as your next MP, Nicholas Steele. Come and hear Nikki's vision for the South, as well as special presentations by community activists, plus addresses from Peter David, MP Alexandra Otway-Noel, and our political leader, Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell. It's Sunday, January 14th at the Montrouge playing field from 5 p.m. The people say, NNP, better for the South, better for Grenada.
Tell them we vote in NNP election day. Call day and call somebody. Stay up to date with all that's happening with the new National Party, NNP. Send us a message via text or WhatsApp on 405-8683 with your name, email, and constituency. Stay in the know with NNP. Get updated.
It's not really complicated. Elections are about choice. Between 2008 and 2013, 1,265 youth engaged with the GIA. Between 2014 and 2017, 3,725 youth engaged with the Amani program, with a spend of over $190 million. So let's keep moving. Vote NNP. Vote competence. It's not really complicated. Elections are about choice. Between 2008 and 2013, $70 million was spent on scholarships for youth. Between 2014 and 2017, $185 million was spent on scholarships for youth. Vote NNP. Vote competence.
The new national party, the party for Anna, make scene, show your green, keep going, 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 progress, keep going, success, keep going, NNP, keep going, all are we, keep going, NNP, keep going, democracy, keep going, prosperity, keep going, stability, free food, free water, more infrastructure, help for agriculture, so we could live better, business development and foreign investment, so for Grenada come, let the progress go on, go green, go green, go green, go green, show green, more green, go green, go green, go green, go green, go green, show green, more green, go green, tell them say we don't want no change, we don't want the country rearrange, tell them don't take that backward step and next thing you regret, so stay with NNP for more stability, 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 for more stability. Let the progress continue.